and welcome in to the Lou Information Station. This is Miz-Stl. I'm Grant Salzman. He's Vic Faust, and the Missouri Tigers fell to 6-2 on Saturday. Mr. Faust losing 17-10 to the Vanderbilt Commodores in Nashville.
The sun still kind of came up today, my friend. I'm telling you, my young blood man, it sucks. Winning feels great. Losing sucks. And as you get older, the more hits you take in life, the more downs that you experience, and there will be plenty.
The more possessions that you have.
You will learn to deal with this a little better.
I'm fine. It's just...
Well, I walked in and you said, I could have been wrong, but you seemed very down still. And while it sucks for the third time,
I'm down. I have to be down for this show. When we're talking, there's not a lot of positives to talk about when you talk about Missouri now.
Well, there's a couple. I get it. And it's no fun to talk about when they lost and they had the opportunity. I'm still more pleased that they lost the way that they did than getting blown out by 20 or 30 points. I'm fine. I say fine with a loss because I knew it was a possibility and you didn't do enough on offense. What I'm not fine with are some of the things that led them to, and guess who I fault again?
Kirby
Moore. I'm sorry. If somebody wants Kirby Moore, you can have him. Arkansas, if you wanted him, you can have him. I don't know what has happened to Kirby Moore in the last 6 games, maybe 5 games. It just doesn't seem like it was last year. I don't know.
What were you displeased with?
Goal line.
So what would you
don't run the quarterback on fourth down. You don't. No, you don't. You run that play on first or second if you
Did you like it though when they've run it on fourth down the last 2 years and it works every time?
Because eventually it's
that's your bread and butter.
No, eventually you're going to get caught.
But it's already worked a couple times this year.
But that's just it. It already worked, and it's on film.
Yeah,
and defenses know it. They see it, and you're prepared. The study that goes into football games is crazy intense. They knew it was coming. They played it. Zero chance from the start.
But they did it a little different. They put a guy in motion. They've never. I can't. They don't always put guys in motion.
You got 2 top-notch running backs.
Yeah,
you're inside 4 shots if you're going to do that. Or where's play action to the tight end very quickly.
Well, they ran it on third down.
But once again, not in a throwing down.
Yeah.
I said they're going to run play action, maybe to the tight end.
First.
I literally called the damn play. You do that on first. It's simple. And if I understand it, they should understand it. Not a big fan of Kirby Moore. Not the way that he is. I just think the moments have been too big for him. I really do.
I don't disagree with that. Let's break down in that
And
possession.
maybe he didn't have a quarterback that could work with Bo, that could do what he wanted to. But I'll tell you this, I know that the pressure was on, but kind of not on Zollers when he came into the game. But you saw the offense open up.
Yeah, I mean, it had to.
It had to.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, these are different plays.
Yeah, which I didn't. Why don't they call those plays for Bo? Why was that?
That's my point.
That was confusing. So, okay, so that possession, Mizzou just gets that big turnover. Great play by Damon Wilson to pick that ball off.
How good is he?
Sterling Webb knocked the ball down.
How good has he been?
Play. Oh, he was awesome. He was all over the place.
And we love it when the St. Louis kids are making plays at Mizzou.
So Mizzou then gets it inside on a Hardy run to the 3-yard line, first down run. Gets into
no doubt they're going to score a touchdown.
The 1.5. Second down run. Hardy literally almost falls forward. He gets pushed back at the last second. Okay, third down. What my upset with the play calling was run it again on third down.
Yeah.
You're telling me you need a yard from Ahmad Hardy.
Run it.
Give me him every day of the week. And if he doesn't get it, if he didn't get it on third down, then you ran that play with Bo on fourth, I would have gone, okay, it sucks. Like the injury sucks. But the play call, I had no issue with if you run it on third down. The other thing that I'm frustrated with is why not? Can Bo not go under center? Because Zollers took a snap under center. Bo has taken. We've seen Bo take a snap under center.
Should have been under center.
Why is he not under center? At least on third down.
Should have been under center.
Put a fullback in the backfield. Literally, all you need from Ahmad Hardy is a push, and he gets the touchdown.
You get a push. Even Bo Prabula could hand off and push him in. I'm not kidding
Or
you.
QB sneak it with Rabula.
And it's easy to do the Monday morning quarterback. I get it. But
I was
I'm
saying
just
these
not,
things when it happened.
yeah. And Kirby, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Because when I saw what we did in the first 2 downs, I go, oh no, we're going to throw in third. It's going to be play action. They're all over it. And then on 4th down, we're screwed. And then, of course, we got screwed in a much bigger way as well. So Missouri leaves it out there again. Still can't beat the top 10 team on the road. That doesn't mean I want to get rid of Eli Drinkwitz, because who are you going to get?
No.
That's going to be better. But I hear goofballs saying, get rid of Eli. He's no good coach. Told you. It's like, give me a break. Who else are you going to get? Okay. That's what I'm saying. Missouri's in a much better spot from a football standpoint than we have been in. And when you consider the competition where NIL is, I'm fine with Eli being there. But
what
man, it's
hurts
bad.
so bad about this is if you found a way to win it, your path to the playoffs clears.
Yeah.
Because Miss-State and Arkansas, like, you should beat Miss-State at home. Arkansas hasn't shown you a lot. And Oklahoma, like if you went in, you beat Vandy, you go, okay, we got to go 3-4. That's either win the 2 games you're supposed to win and find one at home against A&M, or on the road against an Oklahoma team who's good, but like they're not unbeatable. They're meh.
I'm not worried. Here's the thing. I'm not freaking out about Bo being gone right now and only seeing a little bit of Zollers. And I know that Vanderbilt wasn't ready for him.
It's also different when teams have time to prepare.
It can be, but here's why I'm not.
He'll have time to prepare too.
Well, he'll have time, but here's what he has. He's got a Hardy. He's got a run game that he can rely on.
Yeah.
Now,
making your first start against A&M.
Now, I have a sneaky suspicion that all of a sudden we're going to see different play calling after what I saw. And I know that part of it was the circumstance, and we didn't see Hardy at the end. But I have a feeling you're going to see different play calling with Mr. Zollers in the game, because the ball comes out of his arm and hand differently than it does with Bo. No disrespect to Bo. The ball is on a dart. Yes, he overthrew some receivers, but damn, I'm telling you, the ball's different, and they're going to have to. And I think now they'll be playing, and Kirby will be calling with less pressure on him now.
You got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose, Kirby. I just have a good feeling. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm saying they're playing well. And here's the other thing.
I still think they're a better team with Prbula. I know people are trying to say, well, Zollers look so good. I think
because you win that game.
More
if Prbula finishes that game, they win.
The handoff fumble never happens.
It never happens.
There was moments where it was, oh, this is a guy who's 18 years old and hasn't played football in 2 years. He botches a handoff.
Yep.
And Roberts gets the ball taken away from him. Missouri's tied 10-10. They're driving to go take the lead and maybe win the football game, and the handoff gets botched. Vanderbilt scores. Then at the end of that game, he takes a sack, takes an intentional grounding. I would trust Bo Prbula to find a way to break that and at least throw the ball away. And that's what more experienced quarterbacks do. And Missouri then had to resort to a Hail Mary that came up a half yard short. And that's what Zollers is going to have to learn quickly. Now his first start will be against maybe 4 to 5 NFL players in Texas A&M, so that's not great. But let's stay on. So you were impressed after Prbula gets hurt in the third quarter. You were impressed with Zollers in the fourth?
Yeah, and here's why. I was impressed not only for what he did in the time that he played. He outplayed his counterpart, whose Heisman candidacy was derailed that day by the Missouri defense.
Never should have even been a Heisman candidate.
But I was just, it's not even the stats that he put up and leading the team down the field. Here's what really got me excited is the look on his face, the command.
Yeah.
He looked like a natural to me. And I'm looking at that TV and I'm watching, I'm going, oh, I was like, this kid's got it. The moment is not too big for him. That's what I saw. And I've seen a lot of quarterbacks in my life, and his eyes just look normal to me. His facial expressions, like he should be there, like he'd done it a few times. That's why I'm excited about, if you're going to lose your quarterback, and we can talk more about him and how serious or not the injury is to Prbula. But I could think of some worse situations or a worse backup. Yeah. I could.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. The worry is he goes down.
Yeah, I know. There's no,
the season's over.
Yeah. Who's the last time we lose 3 quarterbacks in the same year? Come on.
Yeah. It's been a long time. I'll say with Zollers, I was impressed with, 10-3, losing your quarterback. You just give him an 80-yard run. It was, this game's over. What's the fourth quarter? Missouri's probably going to turn the ball over. Van will probably score again. You lose 17-3. Maybe you get a pity touchdown at the end. Zollers comes back, first drive after that. All the momentum in the world is on Vandy's side, and you come out and you drive your team down the field, a clutch throw on 4th and 3 from 4th and goal, touchdown. All of a sudden, it's 10-10. Yeah, Jude James, he was great too. And then your defense comes out and gets that stop too. Like, I thought at that point, I was like, oh my God, they're going to do it. They are going to do this. And then the fumble happened and things derailed. Let's go. You want to we'll go a little chronological. Let's start about the beginning.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Beginning of the game, fine. I mean, 3-3 at half, ugly. Mizzou's offense played better than Vanderbilt's.
I'm still feeling good.
Feel good at halftime. You know, you get that. Perbula gets a run down to the 1 yard line. It gets called back for a tripping call.
Well, the first one was legit.
Uh-huh.
The second one was not.
The second one, thankfully, didn't really matter.
No, but it was not. The first one I would have called.
Okay, so I didn't see it.
Stupid. Absolutely stupid.
Didn't matter.
In my humble opinion, it was a bad, silly mistake by a lineman.
Away from the football, too.
On the other side of the play. Didn't even matter. That's what really frustrated him, was like, you're better than that. And then you also saw the officials who, weren't good either way.
They did not lose this game because of officiating, though.
No, they didn't. But officials did miss the yanking on the freaking ankle of Bo Perbula. Now, I know they're not looking for those things a lot, but it was right out in the open for people to see.
I think it's hard.
It's difficult.
Because I'm also, I don't know the lineman's name on Vanderbilt. I don't really have an issue.
It was dirty
with him grabbing his leg at first.
Not at first.
Because if he doesn't grab his leg, Perbula probably scores. So you're putting the guy, well, what do you want him to do? You want him, it was, and I don't know what his intentions were, but he definitely he kind of did to his, if I'm playing both sides, he did get a little rolled up on by other bodies, but it felt like he held longer than needed around the
He
ankle.
didn't just hold.
He rolled.
He was grinding it away, and it was dirty. It was nasty. And I don't care if you're a Vandy fan. It was a BS play. Yeah. And if the players would have known that, and if I would have seen on the field, I would have found that mofo after the game. I would have been in his face. Yeah. To protect my player, because you can't do that stuff. That's where I hope the SEC comes into play and stands. But the SEC is a dirty league too. Yeah. They are. They are. They are. They're not going to do anything. Or I'd find them on the street. And make sure, because that's my boy Bo, who you just were dirty to. Yeah. And guess who else had a dirty play in that game? Remember when Wilson came up with the interception? Yeah. Yeah. At the end of that play, he had already been down. And who comes and targets him in the head? Pavia. Where was he? That was a targeting play. Should have moved him up another 15. That was targeting. Guess what? Pavia shouldn't have been in the game. Okay. Look at that play. Really? Go back and look at it. Pavia hits him right in his head. It was a targeting play. No, I wouldn't have wanted that. I wouldn't have wanted Pavia ejected. Because I think already. It doesn't matter for me, want to or not. I understand. But I think targeting being ejected is silly. If we're talking about officiating and dirty plays. The worst call of all is the mishold on Dalen Carnell on the 80-yard touchdown. 100%. And why I say, though, Vic, that you can't blame a game on officials, I agree with you. And Eli was all over that call. Oh, he was. Is that, okay, so the holding gets missed, but then there was 2 or 3 guys on Missouri who could have made the tackle on the guy and didn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's awful. I don't play that game. I play, did you? It's like, well, one play doesn't cost you a game. Yes, it does. I've always disagreed with that because you do everything that gets you to a point in time where one play, yes, can cause you the game. One missed call can cause you a World Series, 1985 Don Dinkinger. True. One call can impact a game. But I'm talking about if we're looking at this and Missouri fans want to blame the refs for the loss, Missouri should have played better. You score at the 1 yard line. You don't miss the field goal. You win the game. But it's a tight game. I agree. And that was the worst call was the Dalen Carnell miss. All the other ones, yes, maybe a foul could have been called on Pavia. You got the ball to the 1 yard line. You got to score. The Carnell one, he would have made the tackle. Missing that hold is bad. The other bad one on the final drive, I said the Carnell one was the worst. This might be the worst because they had time to think about it. Was that PI called on Missouri when the ball was thrown in the first row of the bleachers? Yeah. How do you call a PI there? It's uncatchable. Well, once again, and the head official has done a lot of big games who did that game. I just felt as if, and I'm sorry I think this way sometimes, If you're at home, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And then if it's better for the SEC, you're going to get even more. It was better that Vanderbilt won that day to get another team in. It is. It was better for them because they've got Texas left. That's it. That's it.
They have Tennessee too at Tennessee.
Well, that's right. I forgot about Tennessee.
I hope they lose both. I do not want to see
but here's the thing. They're going. Although even if they lose to Tennessee, they're still going to the playoff.
Not if they lose both. They go 9-3.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they have two losses.
I agree.
They're not going to lose both those games.
I hope so.
I don't. They're not going to lose them both. They're not. I just don't see that happening. So the SEC just ugh. And I'm glad Eli said something about it after the game. I am, because it needed to be addressed. Those guys, you know what? Players are held accountable. Coaches are held accountable. Officials, yes, you guys need to be held accountable because you're not doing it for free. You're getting paid pretty good money, and you need to be called out. That's why I've always said you got to put their names up there. Yeah. Put their names up, their pictures and their names, just like you do with the players. And then if you don't want to do the job, you don't do the job. But if you do, you're going to get paid and you're going to be held accountable like everybody else.
So first quarter, each team punted 3 times. Then Missouri responds with a field goal. Vandy responds with a field goal. A 7-minute, 50-second drive for Missouri when they got their field. So it's 3-3 at half. First drive of the game. Interception for Missouri.
Yep.
Then a turnover on downs. They get stopped. Bo gets hurt. Yeah. And then a 3-and-out. Defense, they were amazing.
But they are.
Get the 3-and-out.
They're a top 5 defense, if not better.
And then it's 29-yard missed field goal.
Yep. Once again, rears its ugly head.
That is when you felt any momentum, any life just sucked out of this Missouri team.
How could Missouri go into the season with this kid? We talked about it.
Though.
No. After the fact. They brought in another kid who wasn't even as good, which shocked me.
Well, I'm saying, though, Craig was supposed to be the kid.
After Craig went down.
Yeah, they had no options, really. You can't get a transfer. Their only option was a kid that could transfer from an NAIA school. You couldn't get an NCAA school to transfer a kid.
There is no doubt they could find an NAIA kid that is better than what they have.
But now you can't because they're enrolled in classes.
Now, the problem that and to think you went into the season with a backup that's that bad, sorry. 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. And you know what?
I don't know if anyone has a good backup kicker, though, do they?
Yeah.
I don't think many
even
teams
when I
are
played,
supplying,
we had 2 kids. We had 2 kids even when I was playing.
Yeah.
That could kick. And it's not just kick. It's like, let's kick an off hash 35-yard field goal. I'm telling you, there is no reason.
It was 29.
I know. I'm just
That's
going
what makes it 10 times worse. Yep. Now, what I'll say is
no reason whatsoever in any of this.
I have no issue in this situation. It was 3rd and 10. You're already in field goal range.
But I can help. But now when you get done, I can help Mizzou. I'll tell you who to go get right now.
The kicker from the college game day?
No way. Yeah, that was fun.
So here's what I was frustrated with. It's 3rd and 10. And you have a freshman quarterback. You're in position to get points. It's tie game. I have no issue with them saying, okay, let's be conservative. Let's hand the ball off. Mm-hmm. Let's get 4 or 5 yards closer for a struggling kicker. Chip shot. Let's go up 6-3. What I don't understand is the run was and I don't know if this was Hardy's, whose fault it was.
We'll never know.
He's tackled on the left hash.
I know.
Run a stretch play to the right side. And worst case scenario, you're in the middle.
Did you think about where the ball was?
Yes.
Because you and I think alike.
And
I was like, no, he's going to be in the same spot.
But I thought from 29 yards, it wouldn't matter. And he doinks it. It's just, and then you feel just any momentum Missouri had just sucked.
And by the way, for those listening, this is a therapy session, not only for us, but maybe for you as well.
Yeah.
As we talk and go through.
So how do you fix the kicking? Who's
you can't. It's too late.
You said I have a suggestion.
Oh, for a postseason.
Oh, okay.
Malik Orson down at SEMO. Start checking him out. Okay. He was the best high school kicker in the state last year. When all these schools looked at him, he kicked was it a 59-yarder or 60-yarder in a high school game last year? He didn't miss a field goal all season. He was freaking phenomenal, but they don't take kicking seriously. Mizzou thought they had a kid. Malik Orson, he's down at SEMO. He's hitting the transfer in January.
Hopefully.
No, I don't represent him, but I'm telling you, watch him. Look at him. Look at his high school stuff. Look him up on Google. Malik Orson. He should be at Mizzou competing.
Hopefully your All-American kicker is back and not trying to make tackles on kickoff next year.
It's just once again, it's just all these little things. If you're going to be a championship team, these things don't happen. They don't happen.
Mm-mm.
And all I can say is it has to start with the head coach and trickle down somehow, some way.
And then all the momentum sucked out and one play, 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
And that was when I thought the game was over. I thought the game was over, and Matt Zoller showed me something. He showed me that they could win this football game because of him. He drove down the field, scored. It just...
Grit, determination,
it's
moxie.
The most Missouri thing ever. Then, right after that, you force another 3 and out. You have the ball at the 50-yard line.
I know.
Driving to go win the game.
And you know what?
They were taking time off the clock, too.
Here's the problem. We wasted a timeout in the second half as well. That should have never,
Yeah.
once again, one of those things, if you're going to be a championship team, you can't do that. They got caught in something. I can't remember what it was, but they used the timeout. And I looked at my son. And I'm like, I bet that comes back to haunt them in a tight game. And it didn't cause them to lose. But if they had another timeout at the end, it could have certainly helped with a different play call.
And Vandy did what they wanted, but their goal is in games to limit possessions. Missouri only got 4 real possessions.
I've learned
in the second half, Missouri had 4 possessions, and the 5th one's cut short because of a Hail Mary, and time runs out.
Really, I mean, I know lots of people talk trash, and I'm not a Vandy fan.
Yeah,
not after watching. Just they're cheap, dirty.
Not being there, their fans were unintelligent. For the smartest school in the SEC,
well, it's because they're spending their time elsewhere.
They're not used to the.
They have shows like
games.
this. No, they're talking other issues. We're talking football.
They're too smart for football.
Yes, just I give them some leeway because they're still learning football.
That's what they're learning to be a competitive fan base.
They're kind of like, oh, we have this here. Let's go look at this. You know,
like there was so many. Well, first I'll say Mizzou fans were great. If you take out the Vanderbilt student section, it was 50-50 Mizzou Vandy.
Awesome.
But the Vandy fans, the amount of cheering and hooting and hollering from Vandy fans while their team was on offense trying to operate was crazy. It was one thing when it was the Mizzou side. Obviously, they're being loud. But the Vandy fans, it's like they heard cheering, so they started cheering. I was confused.
I know. That game ended, and then we had to do the post-game show, and my stomach was like, gut check, gut wrench, kick to lower behalf. And I'm like, here we go again. And what's going on with the quarterback situation? And
Just
then I'm like,
1st and 10 from the 50, they could have won the game.
And then I'm like, okay, that looks bad. At that point, I thought he broke his ankle. We've since found out there's a different
it's just
prognosis.
a high ankle sprain. Not just, but
some ligament damage.
No surgery needed.
No, but no surgery needed. But he has ligament damage.
Which is the sprain, I thought, part of it.
It could be, but it could be. It just depends on how they how they describe it, the words that they're using. But there's like damage, meaning 6 weeks for this type. Usually, he's not coming back this year. It's not.
The good thing is, though, is that it's not hopefully career altering. You know, if you break your ankle, or even if you have to have ankle surgery, like that could hinder you for the rest of your career.
He's going to need another school to play for next year, so we want him to be healthy.
I don't know. I think they'll bring him back.
I know.
I think they'll bring him back.
But will he want to come back?
If Zollers goes 4-0,
what if Zollers goes 3-1?
3-1 probably not good enough. He probably have to win every single game.
If he goes 3-1
I don't
with
think
a run
so.
game and Hardy coming back,
I don't think they'll bring him. I think they'll bring Bo back.
It's one of those things that's fun to talk about, and I hate it for young men, but this is what it is. They're like pros. Is the fact that now you can just get rid of kids, or kids can take off if they see, oh, I'm not going to get a chance, like Prabula did when he left Penn State.
Yeah,
table set, Mr. Zollers, go have fun.
Chance,
let's see what you got right now, because you stepped in at Vandy and showed us you're not afraid. You throw the ball down the field. You don't run like Bo, but damn, your arm is better. And it is.
I agree.
He's got an electric arm.
He does.
And there's so much upside potential with this young lad.
It was just crushing. And like Missouri at the end, Vic, normally if I tell you these stats, they had the ball for 13 minutes longer than Vandy. They had more first downs. They were more efficient on 3rd down and 4th down. They had more yards by over 100. They had more passing yards. They had more rushing yards. They had the same amount of penalties and the same amount of turnovers, normally you tell me that Missouri team won the football game.
Yeah, except,
and they didn't.
But here's why again.
They didn't perform on the margins again.
Inside the 10-yard line and turnovers.
And costly turnover.
And a turnover is going for it on fourth down and not getting it, by the way.
Yeah.
That is a turnover.
Would you have been mad if they kicked it on 4th and goal from the 1 or 2 yard
I
line?
didn't. I was either way.
I thought a kick was not in that situation. I would not have hated a kick.
Man, that's what I said. I'm like, I don't really care what they do. Like I said, my son and I, who had just finished playing his senior day game, were watching, and we're both like, yeah. He's like, I'd go for it, but I could see a kick. And I'm like, I don't care whatever they do.
I would not hate a kick that put you ahead with a freshman QB
well,
at that
didn't we
point.
have a timeout?
Was still
didn't we have a timeout right before the fourth down play, or was that third down?
I thought it was right before the third down.
It was before the third down. And they had the timeout, and then they came up with those 2 plays on 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And here's the other thing. If you don't get it on 3rd down, in my humble opinion, you've got a 4th down play that's ready to go and you get up on the line quick.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they have to call a timeout, and then you get more time to do it, or you catch them off guard. I know that it's easy for me to say these things, but I've been around the game my entire life, and I'm looking at it going, my God, we mismanaged this whole freaking set of downs, which is why I was upset. And it's easy for me to sit here and do it, but tell me I'm wrong. You've got to think, and you've got to be one step ahead as much as possible.
I agree. And it's frustrating. Just like to think back on it, it was, I mean, after, and you get a chance again, you've made all these mistakes, leaving points on the board. Vandy didn't really leave points on the board.
Bingo.
They did the one time, I mean, they had to settle for a field goal, and they did the time that they got an unsportsmanlike conduct that moved them out of field goal range. Other than that, Vandy was efficient when they had their chances. Mizzou lost the margins. They were so inefficient. And it came down then to a Hail Mary that gets caught, and you're down at the 1 yard line.
Little things will win games. Little things will lose games when a lot of the other things are very equal. And you find out, and you've got to learn.
Missouri is 2 plays away from being undefeated in a top 5 team in the country.
But losing to 2 teams who were more efficient.
Yeah.
That did what they had to do.
The Alabama game, one thing. I think Alabama's a better team than Missouri.
They
I
are.
did not walk out of this saying, oh, Vandy's better than Mizzou. I do not think in any world. I shouldn't say any world. I think Mizzou is a better team than Vandy. I really do.
Absolutely,
yes,
they are.
I thought that going into this game, except the home
and I
field
think
advantage,
Vandy's going to be in the playoff. I do. I think they're going to win
not.
one. They're going to beat Tennessee or Texas. They are, and they're going to get to the playoff before Mizzou. That's just one of those things you're going to have to eat. Eli, what are you going to do to make sure that Mizzou gets there? If not this year, next year.
Next year's the year.
But right now, we don't know. We got to find out what happened. If, oh my God, Missouri pulls off the upset, we're all like, holy moly. But I still don't think we're going to know a lot more about Zollers until we see him after like 3 or 4 games. Let's see him on the road again at OU. Let's see him at home against Mississippi State. I can't wait to watch what he has now.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I wanted to, but by circumstance.
Yeah.
To see what he really can do, because we've been complaining about the offense for a few weeks.
Are you worried that his red shirt's burnt, or does that not?
It's going to be burnt.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that it's burnt now.
No,
or it will be burnt
because it happens
against A&M.
You know what? God bless his soul. Larry Smith did it to Corby Jones, and it should have never happened his freshman year, my senior year. They pulled Corby out halfway through the season. People forget Corby didn't get a chance to start, who was a great Missouri quarterback at the time, especially until we were at Nebraska halfway through the season out of necessity. Or he would have had a full another year.
Yeah.
And you know what? It is what it is. You go out, you do what you got to do. And you knew that when he became the backup. You're one play away from having to help this team.
What happens if God forbid, Matt Zollers gets injured?
Then I don't know. Hardy's taking snaps.
I said, can we implement a triple option?
Yeah, exactly. The Veer option.
Yeah.
It's, you don't want to think about it, but I don't know who their emergency, because it
would have to be
Locke.
I don't think they would actually put him in gameplay.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Marquise Johnson becomes a running quarterback.
I literally think it would have to become run only.
Something. Does Coleman? No, it would have to be like a Marquise, I guess, because you got other kids that play those positions too. Who knows?
It'd be bad.
I don't like that you asked that. But
I'm sorry.
I'm like, oh no, that would be the worst.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do.
stuff would hit the fan. I'll just say that. All right, let's go to break. Finish recapping this game against Vanderbilt, and we're going to have to talk a little bit about their chances, maybe look outwardly on what this season still can be for the Missouri Tigers. This is Miz-Stl on the Loot Information Station. We'll be right back.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high-energy, high-impact weekday radio show blending relationship values, celebrity buzz, community love, and sharp business insight. This is where storytelling meets strategy. It's the pulse of this city, bringing the energy, stories, and voices of STL to life. In your city with Kelly and Gordon. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on the Lou Information Station.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, GetBC.com.
With your LouInfo.com news, I'm Jared Sorello. Striking Boeing workers in the St. Louis area have rejected the company's latest contract proposal. Union members voted against the aerospace giant's fourth contract offer on Sunday. The strike now in its 13th week and has delayed delivery of fighter jets and other programs. Union leaders said the company failed to address the needs of the roughly 3,200 members of the IAMM. Cardinal Ritter football players who were pepper sprayed by police during a fight after a game in Ohio earlier this month will be represented by high-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Crump announced Sunday that he and several other Ohio-based attorneys will represent almost 24 players and their families. And an investigation is underway into what caused a St. Louis warehouse to partially collapse over the weekend. The Colne Avenue building collapsed Saturday. I'm Jared Sorello.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Upper 50s for the afternoon high today. We'll have some cloud cover hanging around. Overnight, looks like we'll stay cloudy and our high going up to about 50. Then we have more changes coming up on Tuesday. A cold front will make its way in from the northern plains, and that'll bring us a pretty good chance of showers by afternoon, about 60. More rain on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it. Fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor: orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Well, thanks to Vic Faust for that. There you go. I like that. You could be a cappella right there.
There we go. Yeah.
We're back on MIZSTL. And Vic Faust is lifting the mood after what could only be described as a cruel day for Missouri. Not only does your QB1 Bo Pribula get hurt, Brett Norfleet also goes down and is forced to leave the game. His arm was in a sling.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk about that yet.
We don't really know what's going on with him. Jude James played great in his departure, stepping up. But not only that, you lose by an inch twice. You lose three times.
Oh my God, that's true.
Off the post, stopped at the 1 inch line with Pribula, and stopped at the 1 inch line with Kevin Coleman.
So close, but so far away.
And
it's the little things.
It's the little
always
things.
the margins.
Inches.
Yes, it is. And
so,
it wasn't there for Mizzou.
With that, you lose this game, and it's heartbreaking. What are your most heartbreaking defeats you remember as a Missouri fan? I don't want to go as
two of
you
them.
As a college player.
No,
as a fan.
Yeah, as a fan, there were two of them. I was working the game because I did pre and post game for Mizzou, and I also did color for a year as well in the booth. Myself, Mike Kelly, John Kedlak. We had a 3-team booth. No doubt, 100%. The worst as a fan. The worst.
Yeah.
Kickball, Nebraska, 1997, without a doubt, because Missouri played their arse off all freaking game long. They had it set. They had it won. Yeah. They had that game won. Nobody expected them to do it. National television, that for me, as a fan, did it. And everything else that happened after that, to me, paled in comparison because they had Nebraska #1 down, defeated. Hung with them, most incredible game. So that was that. From a basketball standpoint, we got to go way back. And I don't even know if you were born yet. You weren't born yet.
Double overtime loss.
Tyus Edney, UCLA, 3.9 seconds. Nothing ever could destroy me as much as that did. Those two.
My basketball one's an easy layup. Losing to Norfolk State.
Oh, yeah. Or
Princeton. I don't know.
I don't know. We keep getting exactly
the only team ever to lose the 215 seeds in Missouri.
All right, hence the Missouri quote. What about football?
I don't know. Auburn sucked, but I was pretty young.
SEC championship.
Yeah,
because you thought that they were going to win.
And make the national championship. I'll say for my kind of Nebraska one, a team that wasn't.
We can go 1A, 1B. I have a 1B I didn't bring up.
No, I know. I'll go for what would compare to Nebraska. Like a team that When Mizzou was playing Nebraska, they didn't have championship or play. There wasn't playoffs, but
Correct.
super high expectations.
That
For a
leads to
team
my
that
1B.
Didn't have super high expectations. I'll go Missouri losing to Georgia in 2022, who I would put Georgia close on that level to Nebraska of, oh my gosh, what an incredible game against these. Because Georgia at that time had won 44 games in a row. They were unbelievable. And Missouri had them. They had them beat. And Cody Schrader gets tackled at the 1 yard line, and they end up kicking a field goal. That was demoralizing.
Well, I'll give you my 1B
then,
since you gave us 2. My 1B did have national championship implications, and that was after you just beat Kansas, 2006.
Yeah.
You go and lose to Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Where does this one in the Drinkowitz era, really the last 3 years of being competitive, where does this one rank?
What do you mean in regards to losses?
Like you have the LSU, you have the Georgia.
Because of what's on it?
Yeah, I'd say this is 2 behind Bama this year.
Yeah, I was like this.
This one might be more. I'm
giving this one more so than Bama.
I think this is the most heartbreaking loss of the
Yeah, it is.
Drinkowitz era.
That's why I'm glad there is a bye week.
Oh.
And I don't care that they have Texas A&M. I'm just glad that they're not playing.
They would get shellacked by Texas A&M next week. They need some time to.
And I know Texas A&M has a bye as well, and they'll have a game plan for a young quarterback. But have I ever said in Kirby I trust? Here we go.
2 weeks to figure it out.
2 weeks to figure it out, and for him to get all of the reps, him being Zollers in practice, working with those guys. I'm telling you that as much as they don't know what they'll see from A&M, they have an idea what they're going to do to a freshman quarterback. But guess what? Now the sky's the limit. You have this palette to go paint, Kirby, with a kid that we don't all know what he can do yet. There's maybe some other things that they can do. All I know is Eli said as recent as this season that this kid was the future.
Yeah.
He said it. Even before he was, quote, having to be thrown into action. It's like, he's got it.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better about what they can maybe put together.
Doesn't it just,
with the defense? Not that the offense is going to go win a game, but with our defense at
they
home,
can win football games.
Maybe it's a night game. I'm hoping it's a night game. Hopefully it's cold. Sorry, just to put A&M in a little bit more of an atmosphere that they're not comfortable in.
But wouldn't it just feel so much better if you're 7-1?
Yeah.
I don't want to say this is a mulligan game, but if you lose, you're like, okay.
And I don't have $1 million in
games.
the bank yet, run too, but it would be a whole lot better if I did.
Yeah, it would. Because I really think Mizzou could beat Oklahoma, Miss State, and
I agree.
Arkansas. I don't know if they can beat A&M.
It would be an upset, and we're going to find out what those early lines look like.
That would be the biggest win in the Elijah Drinkwitz era.
Without go from the worst loss to the best win. 100%.
Even if you besides the Cotton Bowl, that would be the best win in the Drinkwitz
and
era.
I don't even think it's close because the Cotton Bowl, Ohio State was good, but they were still missing some of their players.
I agree. I think this would be because A&M right now is what, number three in the country?
Undefeated.
They probably won't move up because they don't play, and I would assume
No, they won't. They're 3.
Yeah, they'll be 3 on Saturday.
Yeah. The only way that they would move up is if Indiana lost or Ohio State. Ohio State's not losing to Penn State, and I don't know who Indiana's playing. And I don't care who Indiana's playing. They're not going to lose.
They play Maryland.
Not with the offensive and defensive line that Indiana has.
Would it kind of be cool, though, if they both lost and Mizzou had the number 1 team in the country coming into town?
That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
It would be highly, highly, highly unlikely for 1 and 2 to lose in the same weekend as good as they are, but okay, we can hope.
I think Missouri will be a 7-point underdog or so.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good line.
Yeah,
I bet that is 7.5 with a rookie quarterback or a rookie with a freshman, 18. I wonder when he turns 19.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look him up.
Dude, he was in high school, graduated in May.
He didn't even play last season in football.
My
ankle broke.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. He is 19 years old already.
Okay.
He turned 19 on July 21st.
All right, there you go.
But still.
There he is with an Yeah, I know.
I think this Mizzou team can corral the A&M offense and Marcel Reed. Not that they're not really, really good.
At home, 100%.
I think you can corral it.
Why not?
You got to find a way on offense. against a really, really good defense.
You know what? LSU even corralled them for a good portion of the game.
They did. And then
and they had players hurt.
the floodgates
Yeah.
opened, and they opened quickly.
Mhm.
Mizzou's going to play the best game of the season. They're going to play a perfect football game, but it's not undoable if you can get Ahmad Hardy running.
Agree.
And they got him running. Finally, he rushed for almost 100 yards. Looked good. Just, man, that game was so winnable, Vic Faust.
know
That
it was.
was such a winnable football game.
It was a winnable game. Once again, the thing that you have with this team now, you've got to, because you're not building programs anymore. These are 1-year deals.
Yeah.
So you got to win these games. You got to, because when the season ends, guess what? Mizzou puts together another team for next year.
Yeah.
They do. Some of the guys may not be back. You saw guys playing for Missouri last year, like Flag, aren't playing this year, had to transfer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what can happen from year to year now.
Gotta
And
figure it out.
so you've got to win these games. It's not like, oh, they learned they're going to be better next year. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because of how this all goes to play. I'm hopeful that they play well. And I'm hopeful Zollers stays healthy and finds a groove. But I'm more concerned that they win the next 3 games after that with a combination of defense and a younger quarterback learning, because a 9-3 season.
Wouldn't that just feel like a gut punch a little bit?
Yes, but no. With an opportunity to have another 10-win season, no.
No, I agree. But like last year, it's like, okay, even if Mizzou went 10-2, they're probably not getting in.
Correct.
This year, it's like 9-3. And if we were just one, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's say, assuming they lose versus A&M, and let's say they find a way to win the next 3, or they lose to Oklahoma, whatever. If they go 9-3, it's just going to be like, man, they were player 2 away against Alabama and Vandy from being in the playoffs.
Yep, so close.
That would feel like a gut punch.
It would, but it is, and it is. It is what it is. It's not changing. You had the opportunities. Now, if you get a chance in a tight game, the only thing you can hope that these losses do is help you the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you're in a spot to beat Texas A&M. You know, hopefully, late your tight games helps you win, because we know they're not going to blow out Texas A&M.
No.
If an upset were to occur, it's going to be a tight game, and you've been there before. Maybe you learn from those mistakes. Maybe you learn from being on the road, a tight game at Vandy, and you're able to make the plays to beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You know, maybe. But the gut punch to me will be if this team doesn't get to 9 wins.
Yeah.
That's when I'll start to feel the gut punch. And I don't care that there's a quarterback that with 0 experience in her now. You've got too many other good parts. And it's like, oh my God, if they can't get to 9 wins, then I'd be like, okay, this is an 8-4 football team now, unranked, playing in an average bowl game after what could have been.
Yep. I agree with that. Now, if we look elsewhere real quick, there's a lot of openings around the SEC. Arkansas,
there are.
Florida. Brian Kelly just fired from LSU.
50, was it $56 or $58 million?
56, I believe, yeah.
Just to say, get out of here.
And they could have waited to December 1st and it would have gone down, but they need to rehaul things. Do you think that Elijah Drinkins would seriously consider any of these jobs?
As of now, no.
What would have to happen that you would say yes if I asked you in a month?
Things go way south here, and fans at Missouri start to boo him in the stands.
You go like 7-5, 6-6.
Yeah, if you lose out or something like that, and then the fans are ripping him. But I told you before, his family likes it here. He's got daughters in Columbia.
I agree.
He's built something really strong. He's got a solid foundation. Have they been able to take that next step, that next jump yet against top 10 teams, especially on the road? No. Has he beaten a SEC team yet that finished with an above 500 record in conference? No, not yet. But
there's steps still.
But they're bringing the players here. Here's the thing that's hard. Are they winning those games yet? No. Is Missouri's program much better? Yes. Are we a national name again? Yeah, we are. And look at the kids and the players who we're getting and beating other schools for. So I do not think that Eli would even think about it outside of the fact of his agent using it to get him another contract.
I agree with that. Give him an extension, some more money. I think so as well. He's got to find one. He's got to find that big win.
And he's got, well, here's the other thing. Is Oklahoma on the road a big win now?
You haven't won in Norman since what?
I'd call it a big win, but when you look at the rankings,
a bigger win. I wouldn't call it that.
They're
his signature win.
They're 20th.
Yeah. You haven't beat a top 10 team yet.
Yeah, the only opportunity you have on the schedule now to do that will be A&M at home with a quarterback making his first start. And if you don't go to the playoff, you're not going to be facing a team in the top 10 again this season.
Yeah.
It would have to be until next year again. And then, of course, you have that albatross hanging around your neck until next year.
Yeah.
And don't think for a second these coaches don't know it, because they do. They're highly competitive, egotistic men who hate the negative things that get said about them.
Oh, and Elijah Ringwitz might be at the top of the list of highly competitive and egotistical.
They're prerequisites for the job, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a down week. And how do you respond? You'll have a week, 2 weeks of everyone talking bad about you, talking about how you can't get it done, talking about how you can't win the big game. Oh, they'll beat the cupcakes. They can't beat the real teams. Find a way against A&M. I mean, you got to.
But the defense,
a way to find.
There's a lot of great going on with that defense.
Yes,
and a lot of people going, "Whoa,
keep it going.
Whoa, we are legit. We're as good
Finally.
as anybody in the country." And they quote feel like they can stop anybody in the country, and they'll have that opportunity 2 Saturdays from now.
Ever since that second half against Alabama, they changed things.
That they did.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Batoon, credit to you, buddy. Credit to you.
I agree. All right, that's all the time we have on MIZ-STL. Stay tuned for a lot of Missouri content on STL Sports Central. Brennan Schaefer and I will be talking Wednesday and Saturday, or not Saturday, Friday, about this Mizzou team, and hopefully get you ready for an upset in a little under 2 weeks. He's Vic Faust. I'm Grant Salzman. Stay tuned for Charlie Tuna and Posse on the Loot Information Station.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field,